The following program contains violence, disturbing imagery, nudity, and, oh my God, why are you even watching this? Just run away. This shit is going to give you nightmares.
Recorded live at the Jerrad Show studios in Tampa, Florida. It's another episode of the Jerrad Show. And now, here's your host, Jerrad Suarez.
That's right. Back again for another episode of the Jerrad Show. Coming to you live Wednesday, November 22nd, the night before Thanksgiving. Coming at you a little late tonight. Yeah, sometimes that happens. Can't really happen with a real radio show, though. You know? I mean, if you're 40 minutes late to a real radio show, it's just dead air. You're gonna lose your job. But guess what? Nobody's losing their job here. Because no one can fire me from the Jerrad Show. That's right, because it's the Jerrad Show. Tonight, I was running a little late and didn't really allow myself to have some time for show prep or anything like that. So I'm coming at you off the cuff, as they would say, with absolutely nothing. I did have my Facebook open here at the computer, And I'm seeing something that's it's a kind of I don't know how to talk about this. This is something that's good but sad at the same time, that it's a necessity. The Macy's Day Parade is the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade is tomorrow morning, and they're already blocking off everything, getting everything set up down there. And there's a story here from Wired called Vaporwake. The Vaporwake dogs that protect the Thanksgiving Day Parade. And apparently, these retrievers, they've got a whole bunch of these dogs up in New York right now. They've all received training at Auburn University, the College for Veterinary Medicine at Auburn University. And I guess these dogs can smell explosives that are worn on someone's body. So they can tell the difference between, let's say, a concealed firearm and multiple pounds of explosives. Let's see. Looks like some of these dogs were trained since 18 months. And they were paired up with a handler at for a 7-week joint behavioral training course. Well, that's pretty interesting. I think that's, I mean, it's sad in a sense that we have to have this kind of shit at our parades, because, I mean, it's so crazy that something like this is could be a potential target to terrorism. It's something we have to acknowledge and know about and understand and try to prevent in this day and age. And it's a different time. I know I don't think I read anything about a story about bomb sniffing dogs at the Macy's Thanksgiving Day Parade ever before in my life. I've never heard anything about that before. Maybe they've had them, and I've just been oblivious to it. Thanksgiving poll. Here we go. This is something interesting. 1 in 3 Americans dread political talk. Huh. Yeah, I guess so. I guess all the family gets together and everybody wants to talk politics. Last year, I wore a t-shirt that was an absolute hit. No, it was not a lock her up or Hillary for prison. The election had already passed, so I was done with it, except I wore an awesome Donald Trump t-shirt. And most of my family didn't talk to me. One of my cousins said that she wanted to push me in the pool. In so many words, I think she said something like, "Yeah, don't you remember the days that there was nobody had smartphones, because then we could just push people in the pool," and I was just standing there right next to the pool. I was like, "Yeah, that would suck, because all my stuff is on my phone, And I don't think I really got it that she was saying that she was going to push me in the pool, but it's so ridiculous how you can trigger people with a picture of Donald Trump. And it's not even like a stoic, portrait that would be hanging in a White House or a cartoon or anything. This is just like a ridiculous image with him standing on top of a tank with like a WWE wrestling belt, and he's standing on a tank with gold tracks and a gold cannon. And there's like a bald eagle firing a Tommy gun through the sky. It's completely ridiculous. There's just more and more ridiculousness as you look at it. There's like a Howard Stern logo. There's an NWO from back in the day with the Hulk Hogan thing, the NWO. There's one of those stickers on the side of the tank. So it's just real ridiculousness. But even if it is ridiculous, it has the possibility of just triggering people. I also wore this shirt to Disney World once. We were going around Epcot doing the whole drinking around the world thing, and I wore the shirt, and it was a mixed bag. It was a mixed bag of reactions, but I definitely saw people give me dirty looks, look at my shirt, and then, shake their head or scowl. But other times I had people that were saying, "Hey, nice shirt," like people that would yell out in the crowd, "Oh, that's an awesome shirt." And in fact, one time later on in the evening, I was walking to, I believe it was like the middle of the park, an attraction called Mission Space. My girlfriend was with me and did not want to ride it, even though we had fast passes for it. And so I headed over to Mission Space, and as I was walking there, I was accosted. Some young woman put her hand on my shoulder and tapped me and said, "Excuse me, sir." I was like, "Oh, great, here we go. I'm going to have to get into a conversation with somebody. This is Disney security lady telling me that I need to change my shirt." But no, it wasn't. It was just a young woman who... I turned around and she said, "Can I take a picture of your shirt, please?" And I was like, yeah, go ahead. She's like, it's for a big fan. And I was like, "Oh yeah, that's cool. You don't have to explain anything." And she took the picture and said thanks and just walked off really quick. She was kind of, I guess she had to work up the nerve to come up to me and ask me for a picture of my shirt. But it was funny. I mean, actually, I remember a lot about that day. There was a lot of people that looked at my shirt, and I think I was in a smoking section at one point in the day, and I was smoking a cigarette, and a lady was hanging out with her friends, and she was like, "Oh, look, can I take a look at your shirt?" And I was like, "Yeah, you could look at it. It's pretty crazy." And she started looking at it and laughing. So, I think I'm not going to wear that shirt again tomorrow. I think that shirt is only reserved for special occasions because it just really it infuriates people and it delights people. So it's too much of a mixed bag. It's too polarizing of a t-shirt for me to wear to Thanksgiving tomorrow. So I haven't really decided what I'm going to wear to Thanksgiving. Let me tell you a little bit about what my day is going to go like tomorrow. We have to bring something to my family's Thanksgiving. Everybody in the family brings something, whether it be a couple of jugs of sweet tea or some ice or even, buttered rolls or even like the casseroles. The aunts and uncles bring different side items, mashed potatoes, vegetables. And I don't think that my aunt, who is hosting Thanksgiving, she's done it for years, I don't think that she knows that I know how to cook. I did have some culinary training in high school, and I was considered a prodigy by my culinary arts teacher. I was working on the line at Outback when I was 17 years old. So I know how to cook. I can cook something delicious and bring it. And for whatever reason, she gave me and my girlfriend the recipe of what she wanted me to bring. There's no creativity here whatsoever. She wants us to bring exact items. So I told her that I could make, a salad, an appetizer, a side, whatever. It doesn't matter. She hits me with bacon-wrapped water chestnuts. Now, not only have I never made bacon-wrapped water chestnuts, I've never seen bacon-wrapped water chestnuts at a Thanksgiving, or I've never seen them anywhere. I've never seen them on a hors d'oeuvres platter at a wedding or anything like. I've never seen them ever. I've never even heard of that. And I'm guessing that if I did see that, I would not try that. That sounds... I mean, everything's good with bacon, right? And water chestnuts are really just flavorless. So, I mean, I don't think they're going to be bad. I just, whatever, man. I guess I'll bring that. So, I was going to go get the stuff to make it. But then my girlfriend decided to go out around lunchtime today and pick up all the stuff. So we have all the stuff here, and we're going to, make them. They're going to be edible. I'm not going to eat one. And I don't think that's right. I don't think that I should bring something that I'm not going to eat. So instead of just bringing the bacon-wrapped water chestnuts, I'm also going to bring a double order of Publix brand buffalo chicken dip and like 2 boxes of Ritz crackers, because it's something that I will eat for an appetizer. Because I know there's always weird shit here, spicy cheeses and stuff like that. They do crazy things on Thanksgiving for appetizers. Everybody's trying to show off their crazy things that they brought and made. And guess what? I've got one. Bacon-wrapped water chestnuts. But guess what? I'm also bringing delicious buffalo chicken dip. So that's what my family's in store for. After we eat, there's going to be something like 30-something people there. After we eat, they usually break out the guns because it's out in the country. It's way out in the country for me. I mean, it's a good almost an hour drive for me to get out there. And they live in, the woods. They live on property, and they have a nice big driveway that leads up to their nice house. I mean, it's not, a mansion or anything. It's just a really nice house. And we'll shoot some guns. And I might hip fire a shotgun. I've done that before. There's only a few places that you can really lower that stock down to your hip and raise up with your other hand on the barrel, and ka-chow, bam, pow, shoot that gun right off the hip like the gangsters did it back in the day. But no, that's not it. Don't think that I'm going to go home after shooting guns and having a delicious meal with 30-something of my loved ones and family. No, that's not it. After that, I will be going to my girlfriend's parents' house, where they are having a small but extravagant nonetheless, a small little get-together for Thanksgiving. Her mom got 2 turkeys. That's all I'm going to say about that. She got 2 turkeys. 14 people, 2 turkeys. And I go, don't you think that's a little bit much? And she said, oh, well, I like leftovers. I hope so, because you're going to be, eating turkey for days. There's other foods that I can look forward to there, maybe. I mean, they've got pecan bars that look delicious. But odds are I'm going to be so stuffed from earlier. I've always made it a thing to, because Thanksgiving dinner in my family is actually more of a lunch. It's a lot earlier than dinner. I think we're going to start eating around 2 tomorrow. And the thing about that is that once you're done with that food, with that meal, I don't want anything else. I just want to go home and relax and, maybe take a nap. But nope, I've got a second Thanksgiving to go to, which is going to be rough because I know there's going to be some delicious stuff there. Her mom is really a good cook and cooks all kinds of really cool things, like different salads and stuff like that. So I'm looking forward to that, and to seeing the family. It's been a while since I've seen all the family on that side. So, that's after that, I'm gonna go ahead. Then I'm gonna come back to the house, relax a little bit, definitely not take a nap because I'm going to head down to the studio and do some more podcasting. It's live all week. I've committed myself to doing at least 1 week live. So far, I don't really like it. I don't like having to go back and edit the files once they're already uploaded because it's live. When I go live, it asks me to put the title of the podcast in, put the description of the podcast in, and I have no idea what I'm gonna name that. I haven't even talked about anything. So how am I supposed to make a name for this podcast about what I've talked about, and then make a description of what I've talked about? And I'm not doing all that beforehand, and then holding myself to have to talk about one thing or mention one funny line that I think is funny beforehand. I can't do that. So I don't know. I think I'm gonna finish the week out, see how things are going over the weekend, and then come Monday, I will either do a podcast live like I've been doing so far. This is my third night in a row doing a live podcast. I'll continue doing it like this, or maybe I'll change back to the old way. I really do. I do like the way that I did the podcast before. I got into a rhythm. It was real easy to load it up onto the internet and get it across all the platforms at the same time. But now it's a little bit more difficult. It's not too difficult though. I'm just saying it was easier the way I was doing it beforehand. As of right now, I just at the same time I'm thinking, why am I doing this live? It's not really, attracting many people to the live portion of the show. And also, I only do a show for maybe 30 minutes, so it's kind of hard to catch those 30 minutes, I guess. I don't know, especially when you're late like tonight. I mean, there was nothing I could do about that though. Shit is fucking crazy out there. Don't ever try to go order a pizza or, anything from a takeout food place the night before Thanksgiving. It's a fucking madhouse out there. And then the pizza place that I went to is right next to a bar, and the bar is fucking packed. The entire parking lot is filled with cars. And it's a Wednesday night. But guess what? It's not any Wednesday night. Tomorrow's Thanksgiving. I guess people are in town. They don't want to cook. They're going to be cooking all day tomorrow. Maybe people have some friends or family in town that they're meeting up with and hanging out with before the festivities of tomorrow, which is understandable. It just makes my life harder. So, I don't know. I'll be happy when everybody goes back home. The traffic's a little less intense, and I don't know. It's gonna keep getting worse towards Christmas because we have snowbirds that come down here, and snowbirds. I'm pretty sure everybody knows what the term snowbirds means. If you don't live in Florida, it's the people that come down when it gets too cold up north. Like, they come down to Florida to just like a migrating bird would. So it's terrible. It makes our roads absolutely chaotic, and all the restaurants in town are packed for a good solid month until they get the hell out of here. Some of them even stay through to the spring training of baseball games. I went to a lot of Yankees spring training games in my high school years, and then after that, and for years and years I went with my uncle and my grandfather. And my grandfather was a huge Yankees fan ever since they came down here for training in Tampa. He was always there, and I really enjoyed going to the games with him. They still come down here, but the Yankees aren't the Yankees of yesterday. I mean, when I was going, I was seeing people like Hideki Matsui, the Japanese Godzilla, they called him. He was a powerhouse. He could swing a bat and snap it in half. I saw that happen. We had Derek Jeter on the team, Jason Giambi on the team. I mean, it was great times going down to Legends Field right across from the Tampa Bay Stadium where the Buccaneers play. And I don't know. It was fun. I don't know how I got into Yankees baseball. Oh, snowbirds. That's right. They're going to get the hell out of here after that. Because by then it gets a little too warm for them. They're like, it's getting too hot and humid for my bones. I'm going to head back up north to New Jersey. And that's basically all she wrote. That's it. And, so I don't know. I apologize if anybody was hoping to listen to this live at 9 o'clock. I'm going to try my best to do 9 o'clock tomorrow. But, sometimes things get in the way. You don't anticipate the craziness of Thanksgiving Eve. And, that's what happens. You're stuck in a line of 7 people waiting to get 2 subs from a pizza place. Yeah, that's never happened, by the way. I've never, ever had to wait more than maybe one person in front of me at this pizza place, which is just, it's telling you, it's very telling that nobody wants to fucking cook the night before Thanksgiving. So I'll remember that for next year and stock up. And I guarantee you the fucking grocery store is ridiculous. Well, damn, it's already 10 o'clock, so I guess they just closed. But I'm sure it was just as ridiculous this evening as the pizza place, if not more, because people are freaking out trying to get those last-minute items. And if you go to the store and you get a turkey on Wednesday, you're doing it wrong. What? That it's frozen. There's no way that you're gonna get that thing all thawed out by tomorrow. I mean, yeah, there's no way. You can't do it. A bird with the bones, yeah, and it's frozen. There's no fucking way you're gonna get that thing thawed out in one night. I mean, maybe if it's like a 3-pound turkey, that's like a chicken though. You might as well get a fucking chicken. It's ridiculous. Fucking people. I understand wanting to go get some pizza because you don't want to cook, but going to the grocery store last minute like that, I mean, I would have gone and gotten the shit that I needed to prepare. I would have gotten that this morning if my girlfriend didn't go out and get it. But to wait until after you get off work on Wednesday to stop by the Publix and think you're just going to breeze through there in 5 minutes and pick up the things that you want, you, sir, are an asshole. But I think that's going to be it for tonight. I'm just gonna cut it there and just call it a night. Got a big day tomorrow. Got to get my rest in. Got to get my shut eye. Oh boy, what a day! I didn't even get into my day. What I did today, I had to use a badass mower with like the handles, on them that you sit on, and it's got the handles that go crissy-cross way. Yeah, that was fun. I was racing across the yard. Not while I had the mower blades down. That's just irresponsible, folks. Anyways, thanks for listening to another episode of Jerrad Show. I'm your host, Jerrad Suarez, and you can hit me up on Twitter at Jerrad Show or on the Facebook, facebook.com/Jerrad Show. But as always, I encourage you to go to JerradShow.com, make it a favorite or a bookmark in your browser, and check it out all the time because there's new episodes coming up every day because I do them live. And heck, if I do one earlier in the day and I'm like, this one's going to go up too, just a bonus episode. Like yesterday, I had to check out the Skype, made a little episode. It was like 5 minutes long, put it up there anyways. So you can check out all of the episodes of The Jerrad Show going back to March when I first restarted this podcast with Frank, Mr. Frank Moody, who's in Tennessee right now. Shout out to Frank. Check out the JFK podcast with me and Frank. The Jerrad and Frank cast. K with that cast. So it's the JFK. Anyways, thanks a lot for listening. have a happy Thanksgiving tomorrow. And, if you got time, tune in tomorrow. I'll be here. So, have a good night.